met my husband in 2018. I met my husband in 2018. I met him in August 2018 in NYC camp. Hello guys, hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy Falomo, and if you're coming across my channel for the first time, you're coming across my face for the first time, you're highly welcome. Kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification bell, drop comment in the comment section below, and I really appreciate all your support, and I also welcome you to my channel. So today I'm going to be in a get to know me video. This is more comprehensive, and I hope you love it. Let's get right into the video. My name is Joy Falomo. My maiden name is Joy John Ifyong. I am from Akwa Ibom State by birth, but by marriage I'm from Ilesha in Osun State. My birthday is the 24th of May, and my zodiac sign is Gemini. I'm a Gemini, and as per my education, I had my secondary school and primary school education in Lagos, Queen Mary's group of schools to be precise. I had my kindergarten to senior secondary school education there. After I was done, I applied to the University of Uyo for tertiary studies. I got admission to study soil science and land resources management at the University of Uyo for it's a 5-year course. I graduated in 2017. In 2018, I went on for my NYC program. Yeah. I am married. Do I look single? I'm married. Yeah, I'm married. So I met my husband in 2018. I met my husband in 2018. I met him in August 2018 in State NYC orientation camp. We were in camp, and that was where I first met him. But we never spoke. We didn't have any form of cordial relationship or friendship or any sort. We weren't even friends. I just mistakenly stepped on him. That was the first time I met my husband. One very early in the morning. The day was not even bright yet, but I stepped on him. I heard his voice, and later on, when an event happened, I now remember that I have heard his voice before in camp. That was now later outside the camp. So I first met my husband in the NYC camp, and that is that. So maybe in some other video I will invite him over and we'll talk about how we met comprehensively. But for now, we met in NYC camp. I am a content creator. I draft content, also a freelance fashion designer. I make clothes for women. I make baby wears and stuff like that. That's what I do. So why YouTube? I decided to start YouTube in order to share my reality, to share my experiences, my past experience, and my future experience on my channel. I just I'm not the kind of person that really relates a lot with people in terms of friendship. I don't really keep friends, and we as human beings, we are social beings. So in one way or the other, you have to be social. It's either you are social physically or you're social, in your social space. So I decided to create a social space where I can share my reality and all of that. So yeah. My hobby. Before I actually got to this phase of life, I think my hobby was more of reading. When I say reading, I'm not an FE. Won't be thinking I'm one very very nerdy person. I'm not like that. I just love to read anything informative, anything captivating, anything that captures my attention. I just love to read it. So before I got to this phase of life, my hobby used to be reading, and stuff like that. But now I think my hobby mostly is cooking and going on the online space to check out for anything exciting to read. But in terms of reading hard copy books, I don't think I really do that nowadays. So my worst fear, every human was actually created for a purpose, and we're all designed to fulfill God's purpose. So my worst fear is not fulfilling my God-given purpose or my God-given potential. I always pray to God that He gives me the strength to be able to, fulfill His purpose in my life, because we're all planted on earth for a purpose, and regardless of how big or how small the purpose is, we all have a purpose on earth. And my prayer is, God, let me not lose focus of my purpose on earth. I think that's just like my worst fear in life, nothing more. Traumatic childhood experience will be when I lost a very little girl that I used to be very close to, or used to be very close to me and my friend, and her name was Goodness. She was just a little girl, and she was about 2 years or 3 years. So we used to meet in church, and she would come around, she would play with my friend and I, and we were fond of carrying her. They stayed close to the church, so anytime we were having church programs, we make sure we go very early so we can go to their house and get our mom to dress her up so we can carry her to the church. So one time she became very ill. We went to her house, we went to pick her up. The mom was like, oh, she's very ill, she has been running temperature and all of this. They weren't so financially buoyant. So I asked the mom what she had done, and she was like, oh, she had taken her to get some drugs. She was a very pretty girl, as in I still remember that face. Oh my God. So the mom was like, she had gotten drugs for her and all of that. So she was like, she feels a little bit better now. So we took the girl to church. The church was not, like I said, they stayed very close to the church. I think the opposite compound to our church, adjacent compound to our church rather. So we got to the church, they finished the program, they went home. Later on, my parents had to stay back because they were co-workers in the church. So while we waited there in church, we were waiting after the church had dismissed. Those church leaders, they were doing their meeting and stuff like that. This woman later rushed in with her daughter, and she was crying that the girl was convulsing and stuff like that. And for the first time in my life, I don't think I've ever prayed that much. I prayed and I was praying and I was praying. This girl was convulsing, and eventually, I think she passed on. She died, and I really cried that day. I just didn't know how to feel. I felt very pained. I felt the kind of pain I felt that day. I've never felt that kind of pain in my life. And I was a little girl. I think I was about 7. I was about 10 years at the time. So you can imagine, I already knew what pain was. It was very traumatic for me. I think that's like the most traumatic experience I've ever had. Yeah, from my childhood. So how many kids have I got? I have one child for now. More to come by God's grace. Yeah. What I'll change about myself. So far so good. I love everything about my life. But if I were to be given a chance to change anything about myself, what would I change? I would just change little things, from my upbringing. When I mean upbringing, I'm not saying I was brought up in a bad way, but from my growing up years, I'll just change a little thing, But for now, I don't think there's anything about my life I want to change right now. I just want to be better. I want to be a better version of myself and just be great. You get it? Yeah. My favorite books are, I've read a lot of books. I've read a lot of books, motivational, inspirational, literatures, articles. I've read a lot of things, but the books that I can remember that really, really captivated me and really inspired me are, I'm going to be listing 5 of them. Gifted Hands by Ben Carson, The Secret, who wrote Rhoda something. She wrote The Secret. I read the book. I watched the Dix, the video production of that The Secret, and that was the first version I saw before I eventually saw the book. The third one is Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady by what's this man's name? Steve Harvey, yeah. And Why Men Love Bitches by, I think, Cheryl something, sha. And then the last one is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, so those are the books I've read that are really captivating, inspirational. Gifted Hands is about fulfilling or discovering God's purpose for your life. Ben Carson shared his real life story of how he began to align to God's purpose for his life. The Secret is about just the secret of the universe, important tips about the universe you need to know, you need to be aware of to make life easy for you. Think Like a Man is a relationship book. If you are a lady and you're looking for how to settle down, how to filter the kind of men that are coming into your life, this book is what I recommend for you. Why Men Love Bitches also is almost the same thing. It just teach you how to be a woman for yourself, how to be able to tell what you want and what not to, what you don't want, and just to be the woman of your dreams. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a financial book. It teaches you about finance, how to, especially if you're looking forward to starting a business as an entrepreneur. It teaches you about finance. These books are really interesting and loving. You'll love them. Just get it. Read them. You'll love them. I read Gifted Hands when I was in junior secondary school. That was when I first, or maybe I was in JSS1 or JSS. So I read it. I think I've read Gifted Hands about 3 to 5 times. I don't know. I love that book. I see myself as being great. I see myself being great. I see myself being a loving mother. I see myself being a loving wife. I see myself as a great personality, a motivational speaker. I see myself as someone designed to touch lives. And so that's one of the reasons why I decided to create a YouTube channel, to be able to reach a wide range of people, inspire them, motivate them the best way we can, based on how far we've come. So that's why I see myself. I see myself being great, being a motivational speaker a few years from now, doing great things. I see myself working for big brands. I see myself being a noticeable body in the industry and in the world, and just basically a life toucher. Yeah. So my religion, I am a Christian. I am not just a Christian. I'm a believer. I believe in God. I believe in God the Father. I believe in God the Son. I believe in God the Holy Spirit. I believe in the baptism. I believe in the resurrection of Christ. I believe in the rapture. I believe in heaven. I believe in God. So I'm a Christian. I was born into a Christian family, and but later on I got to discover God for myself. So I am not just a Christian, I am a believer. So yeah, that's what I stand for. And so yes guys, if you watched the video to this moment, I really appreciate. I really thank you for watching the video to this point. I'll be putting up more videos subsequently. My next video will be about how I met my husband. So if you want to really catch up on that content, turn on your post notification bell so you get to know when I drop that video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.